Oh, we gotta go.
Oh.
We gotta go.
Ross!
No, I'm sorry.
Mother. God damn.
Thank you to Aggro Crab and Landfall for supplying me with some codes for this game. Born from a collaboration between Aggro Crab and Landfall, Peak was a surprise to pretty much everyone. It was revealed on June 12th of this year and released on the 16th, with the devs revealing that this was part of a game jam where a few core staff flew to Korea to bang this out in a month. They did not expect Peak to become as astronomically successful as it has been, with the game clearing 1 million units in sales before a week in the wild. Peak has already outsold Another Crab Treasure's lifetime sales, something that Aggro Crab did not think would happen. And in this multiplayer resurgence we're in right now with games like REPO and whatnot being runaway successes, I am so down for another one of these games. But instead of a horror-themed game where you have to avoid monsters or video them, Peak is all about a group of plane crash woodland scouts. The parents must be worried sick. But let's take a look at the full picture here. This is, as the kids say, Peak. And I'm not at my usual setup because it's like almost 10:30 at night and I'm trying to go to bed and I want to get this video out and you'll be all right. These little guys wake up on a beach and have no other option other than to proceed. With a squad of up to 4 players, you'll all make your way up the mountain. There are 4 biomes to tackle and every biome presents its own unique challenges. But the biggest challenge is going to be making sure everyone in the group stays healthy. Every scout's main resource is their stamina. This is their health, status effect gauge, hunger meter, everything is rolled up into one bar. It starts out as a large, single segment stamina bar, but as you climb and expend your energy, you'll become tired. This will exhaust you, blocking off some of the bar with the yellow exhaustion. If you happen to fall, you'll get injured, which will also block off some meter with the red damage. Oh shit, Nick, are you good? Oh no! If you get a little too curious, things in the environment will bite back at you. If the temperature gets too low, you'll become cold, stealing some meter. If you look at this weird eyeball flower, you'll get sleepy. The point is, there are lots of things that can quickly take over your stamina bar, but I really like the bar being tied to every potential aspect of your health. It never feels annoying since status effects like heat, cold, and poison fade away with time. But this bar does a phenomenal job in making you pay attention to every little thing since it all matters so much. You want it to stay as big and green as it can be because you'll be able to climb for longer bursts. Stamina is also used for sprinting, jumping, and using other environmental traversal methods. But climbing is the main way you're going to be moving up. I think it's pretty obvious, but the climbing in the recent Zelda titles is what I immediately get from this climbing system. When the scouts approach any wall, they can grab on and slowly scale it. You have to learn how to judge the amount of stamina you have and the distance you need to travel. Making those risky climbs where you're unsure if you're able to clear that jump is great, but it's also nerve-wracking. If you get too confident and find yourself above a huge expanse and run out of stamina, you begin to slip and fall down. And man, it really sucks when that happens. But that shouldn't discourage you. You can get away with a lot of really risky stuff if you can judge distance and get creative with your routes. It also helps having your friends by your side ready to help you. Scouts can extend a helping hand to their friends to pull them up while in a climbing state. This mechanic alone is so satisfying to me. This game about going on a big hike with a bunch of friends is already a super cute bonding experience for a group of buddies.
Did you like my rope?
No.
Loved it. Oh my god.
2 different responses.
Chris,
Okay.
you're such a sourpuss.
I hated it.
But the assist mechanic has such a specific feel. When you're the one who took a few tumbles in this run already and are lagging behind the group, but that one friend won't leave you behind and is always helping to pull you up to that next ledge. I'm so scared. Oh! This is why we always kiss the homies goodnight, but it's equally rewarding being on the giving end. Scouts can also climb on another crouch scout's back, and if the crouching scout jumps, the one on top will get a short boost, potentially making it to that stretch of cliff up there. Being the guy that makes it up to that precarious ledge first and waiting for everyone to make it up, one by one while you're helping them make it up, man, it's so much fun. Planning routes, making sure you can all climb them, it's a blast. But you will run into into moments where someone simply doesn't have the stamina or progression seems impossible one way or another. And this is where the items come in. The scouts can scavenge the island for its natural resources like fruits and mushrooms to either store in their 3-slot personal inventory, they can put them in one of the backpacks you all have, or just eat that shit on the spot, disregarding any survival instincts you have because a lot of these things have detrimental effects you wouldn't know about until after you've already eaten it. There are a few really helpful items if you know what to look for, like the mushroom platforms. If you throw them at any wall, they form a decent sized platform whenever they hit. These healing mushroom bombs are great for group heals if everyone is gathered up, and they even bring back unconscious scouts. But as you play, you'll realize which foods are helpful and which are best to just ignore. And hey, if you can find something like a portable stove, then you can cook the dangerous wild foods, having them reward a stamina reserve that can help with those risky climbs. But they still have their immediate trade-offs. And you can cook anything, by the way, obviously fruits and even coconuts, but yeah, why not throw that entire box of Girl Scout cookies over an open fire and yeah, they'll give you enough energy to keep kicking. Don't worry, it makes it better. In the same vein as the portable stove though, scattered around the island, hidden in some honestly precarious places, is discarded luggage. If you can get to them, scouts can throw items to each other, you just have to make sure the receiving player is actually ready to catch it. Catch, Nick. Oh,
God damn! You threw it at f***ing Mach 10, bitch!
well catch this one, you That was a whole ass TV tray dinner.
Well, bitch, you're the one that f***ing shot it like a goddamn bullet.
But these all contain indispensable items that will make or break runs. Scouts can eat consumables like those cookies or a baggie of trail mix to regain stamina. The moral of the story is eating processed foods is good for you. But there are also items like sports drinks that will give you reserve stamina, and energy drinks that will give you a boost to your climbing speed, but shortly after you'll crash and have some sleep on your meter. Bandages are good for healing small chunks of damage from scouts, but med kits are a little more rare due to the fact that they can totally heal a scout back to full health. But consumables aren't the only thing inside luggage drops. You'll often find tools that can make traversal more comfortable. These are easily some of the most engaging items in the game. They all create interesting scenarios that more often than not save the entire run. Ropes can be spooled down to create vertical paths up. You expend far less stamina when climbing a rope versus climbing a wall, so they're great for getting up unclimbable mountainsides. Pictons can be stuck into the walls and they create handholds that will allow scouts to recover their stamina while on the wall. But I don't know, maybe I was using them wrong, but something about these handholds don't feel as useful as they should. The stamina it takes to release from the wall seems like more than it should be. It's helpful to be able to hang on these walls, but they aren't my favorite item. The rope cannon does exactly what you would think it to do. You shoot it and a rope will fall down from the targeted area. We use this one to make some really crazy moves. Same thing with the chain gun. This creates a chain that can be monkey barred across, which does cost a decent amount of stamina to traverse. The chain launcher came in so clutch on more than a few runs, but let me paint this scene for you all. This was our first time in the volcano biome. We had no idea what we were doing and had all died, all except my brother Levi. This guy kept going and going. He was traversing this place all on his own on a shoestring budget worth of stamina and a backpack. He had found himself on the top of a huge spire and the end in sight, but this jump would kill him. So I suggested he use the chain launcher. He made the hit, but climbing wasn't an option because it would cost too much stamina. We all knew what he had to do, we just didn't know if he had the chestnuts. But he sure proved us wrong. You can jump if you jump and then grab it.
Okay.
Can you do it though? Can you do it though?
Ooh.
Grab it! Yeah!
Let's go!
Yes! Woo!
Let's fucking go! Dude, this is peak!
He then made it to the end of the biome and revived every single one of us. It was an absolutely insane clutch, and it's moments like these that make this game so addictive. It is unavoidable that your group will create scenarios and memories like this as you play. I had several moments where I thought I was done for. Stamina running low, seemingly no way forward, but I check inside my bag, I find a spare item that makes the difference in me losing the run and saving it.
Oh, hey, look, there's Ross.
I can't talk at the moment. I'm busy not trying to die. Oh my god. If you've noticed, I may or may not have been using a mod that allows us to surpass the 4-player lobby limit. I had a few extra friends who wanted to play with us and I got some more sales for the game. It's fine. But honestly, this made the climb to the top significantly more difficult. We had a solid 4 or 5 climbs over the course of a few nights that ended before we reached the top. I will catch you if you fall, Christopher. Well, I'll try. Oh no!
No, you won't.
Mainly in the last area of the kiln. This place is brutal and unforgiving. And with 6 people all fighting for resources, tools, and stamina items, none of us were prepared for this demanding climb. After these failed attempts, half the group fell off. But I really wanted to see the end for this video, so Levi and Nick said they would take me on one last climb. And with this agile 3-man squad, we were able to move faster and more efficiently. Okay, yeah. Oh, Levi! Climb. Hurry!
Oh my god.
This was the culmination of our game knowledge up to this point, with us taking advantage of the fast climbing speed of the energy drink and the unlimited stamina perk from the lick of a lollipop to cross large gaps. We could see the peak! Everything was in reach. We're gonna make it. All we have to do is lock in and just push a little further up. No! So yeah, technically, I never reached the peak. I guided and paved the way for my brother and Nick to, but I made one dumb mistake at the end and stayed forever in the belly of the kiln. It sucks, don't get me wrong, but that's just an excuse for me to try the later difficulties. After your group finishes a run, you unlock tougher climbs with more challenging modifiers. I know for a fact I'll be coming back to Peak to see what new content and challenges the devs are cooking up. The devs have confirmed that they're overwhelmed by the support and have new content on the way, which I will be very excited to see. Technically speaking, the game was rock solid too. We didn't experience any crashes or even any performance hitches, and bugs were few and far between. The only one I can recall was this huge tick on my leg.
Be still.
I'm being still. Throw that little bitch. But in all seriousness, the only times we encountered something that truly didn't feel intentional was something I didn't even see, but Levi recorded on his end. Who knew? My character apparently likes to river dance. And when Nick and I had fallen down and found ourselves wedged in between 2 slopes. The game couldn't register that we were standing up, so we couldn't regain stamina to get out. Eventually, Levi was able to throw a rope down and we escaped. But that was the extent of it. And this isn't a bug, and it's not even something the devs have done, it's more for my cousin Chris. Stop floating in my direct line of sight, you spooky bastard! One of my favorite things about this game versus other recent co-op games in the same vein is that there's something to work for. I enjoy these multiplayer games for the emergent situations you find yourself in and the stories that are born from them. But Peak not being content with recognizing these feats, but rewarding you for making it to the next biome or doing something unexpected like making it to the top with this stuffed animal named Bing Bong encourages me to load up that next run. I want to keep playing to unlock the funny cosmetics and see more items. I want to jump back in to see what wacky situations my friends and I can get wrapped up in. I want to see the day's variation of the island because I think I've had a totally different experience in each biome every night we've played. And that is so special to me. It really is. It earns Peak its spot among the other great multiplayer games so easily. I won't be uninstalling Peak anytime soon, especially if Landcrab plans on staying on top of updates. Do yourself a favor and grab a copy of Peak if you haven't already. It is a great step forward in this new co-op focused genre, and I hope that more people climb the rope that Peak has left behind.
Jesus.
Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Yeah, I had to divert my attention really quickly to take a look at this game. Again, this multiplayer resurgence we're experiencing right now is so awesome. Games like this and REPO and Content Warning are more than worth their small price tags. The memories and entertaining sessions are priceless to me, even if I was given the codes for free. Still, if you want to play Peak with me and all of the other members of this community, please feel free to jump into our Discord. We can get a match going and fall down mountains together. The link to the Discord is in the description. If you enjoyed the video, that like button goes a long way, and don't forget to subscribe while you're down there. I also ask that you check out my Patreon. Starting at $1, you'll gain access to lots of perks like uncensored versions of my videos, exclusive videos that only patrons have access to, and lots more. Patrons such as my $5 personal account patron, Squirrel. Thank you, my good sir. And I also want to thank my $10 admin account patrons, WhiteGhost117 and NikkiCoon99. Thank you all so much. But anyway, I appreciate you for watching. So thanks for stopping by and have a great day.